You could literally get a 5-bedroom house on a lake in Ohio.
This is my controversial opinion that's going to trigger a lot of homeowners, but I'm going to die on this hill. If you're a New York City renter, you've been there when you tell someone how much you pay in rent and they're like, oh my God, but you're throwing money away every single month. Oh my goodness, you could buy like a 5-bedroom house in Ohio, like Kareem said. And then maybe they go as far to say that you just need to leave New York. You just need to move out of New York, which I always hate because it completely dismisses the fact that people are from New York. People live in New York. This is their home. This is where their families are. This is where their friends are. This is where their work is. They can't just move. I know many of us have been brought up to think that owning a home is like the be-all, end-all of adulting. But this is the reality, and I swear it's the maths. It is cheaper to rent in New York City than it is to own a home. Full stop. And you might be thinking, no, that's not right. At least when you have a mortgage, you're putting money towards the house to equity. With rent, you're just throwing it away to the landlord. There's an opportunity cost that you need to take into consideration. The New York Times put together a great rent versus buy calculator. I'm going to link it in our bio. But let's break it down. Let's say you have $100,000 for a down payment on an apartment in New York City, which actually isn't really enough. If instead of taking that $100,000 and buying a house, you put it in the public markets, and instead of paying a mortgage every month, you put a little bit towards that investment account every single month, over a 30-year period, after you take into consideration maintenance costs and taxes and insurance and all the other things that you would have to pay for when you owned a home, you pretty much come out the same. And in the case of New York City, you come out ahead when you're a renter. If you can afford a home, by all means, that's amazing, go for it. But I want to insist that we stop feeling inferior to homeowners just because we rent. Are you in the market to buy a house in New York City, or are you going to be renting for the foreseeable future? Let us know in the comments.